Hey everyone, welcome back to the second video. So, to make a little bit of a recap, last time we arrived at Barrow's mansion.
We did.
And yeah, we left the room for like 5 seconds, all our friends scattered. And
we also got one of our precious friends killed.
yeah, by our sheer curiosity.
A truly great loss. I will always remember the blonde girl.
Laura, yeah.
It would have been awkward at the funeral. I will always treasure the memory of blonde girl.
Yeah. And Jennifer also thought it was a good idea to say Candyman in the mirror 5 times, and he tried to strangle her.
Maybe that is why he disappeared so quickly. Jennifer told him he was in the wrong horror media.
Yeah, exactly. And then, we went into the lobby. We tried to escape via the car.
We also defeated the parrot.
Yeah.
Snitches get stitches.
Yeah, we killed him by smothering him with a blanket. And I think we can start the episode proper then.
Let's continue.
Yes, I hope you all are looking forward to it. Okay. So we're back at the garage. And I think now I'm going to leave the room here. And our objective kind of now is to find the way into the West Wing. But we first need to find the key, the West Wing key.
Do we already have the key?
No. We have to still find it. That is, I'm heading there now, basically. Yeah, and to kind of explain a little bit while we're heading there about Jennifer, is we know she's an orphan. And when at a very young age, her father went missing, who's called Walter Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, her mom basically dumped her somewhere, and that's how she got into the Granite Orphanage.
Wow, what a bitch.
Yeah, so that's apparently a thing that happened according to Hifumi Kono.
Okay.
Yeah. He also kind of like describes Jennifer as like a kind person, but also naive. And also a bit like not a studious type, to say it like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see like references later when you examine books. She's like, what the hell, books? What is this?
She's not book smart.
Yeah.
She's street smart.
Yeah, exactly. She's street smart.
Or orphanage smart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. It's kind of tragic, I guess, like how she lost her parents at a very young age. More primarily her father, because her mom is a bitch.
A lot of heroes have tragic backstories involving their lost parents.
Yeah. And you find that Jennifer is kind of badass in this game sometimes. Sometimes to emphasize that. So yeah. So I'm actually kind of heading towards the West Wing to notice that it's locked, basically. And you also notice that there's this iron door there.
Mm-hmm.
It's also locked from the other side. And we're actually gonna see later how we can unlock that. So yeah, Jennifer is like something stuck behind the door.
Oh, an obstruction.
Yeah, an obstruction. And yeah, so I'm heading to... Yeah, you hear a scream.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna see what that scream was. Any second now. Yeah.
Is someone else dead?
Yes. So we're gonna see who it is. It's Anne. Who got yeeted out of a window.
I don't know. Maybe she's still alive.
No, she's dead. And
Yeah,
once again, similar to Laura, if we didn't look through the window, Anne would be still considered alive.
So we killed our second friend.
Yeah, by our curiosity once again. Yeah, it's a really weird system, I find. It's kind of like Schrodinger's cat kind of logic, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so we hear the phone again.
So should I feel some emotion about Anne? I barely knew her.
Yeah, we like knew her for like a few minutes, I guess. Like, yeah. I guess Jennifer is emotional. She knows them.
She's emotional for both of us, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so we're heading now to the second floor actually, And I'm kind of heading here to the right until I realize it's a dead end.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, god damn it.
You hit the wall.
Yeah, I was like, god damn it.
She's even on her knees, like losing
Yeah.
hope. Oh no, dead end.
Yeah, you may have noticed that while we're running, our stamina, like our health, also diminishes. So sometimes I have to rest a little bit to get it back. Yeah, I haven't really done a detailed explanation of the health mechanic. But like I mentioned, there are 4 health states: blue, yellow, orange, and red. Essentially, while you're running, you lose that a little bit. And also when Scissorman catches up with you and you have to fight him off, it also costs a level of health, essentially. And you have to mash the panic button to win that fight, essentially, with him. If you're red, no matter how hard you push the panic button, you lose.
Oh yeah, the red is the danger state.
Yeah. And like you can see here, this is a kind of an interesting puzzle. There's a bird nest. We can either use that stick over there, or we can push the box. And a good hint, don't use the stick. Because
Okay.
if you do that, Jennifer will poke the bird's nest, and a bird will come and he will destroy us.
He will wreck us.
He will wreck us, yes.
Kill us?
No, not that, but we will lose a level of health, basically. And we're gonna search this bird nest, and she notices that's like filled with eggs and trash, and also there's a key, and this is the west building key, so we needed that essentially.
Progress.
Yeah, exactly, progress. So if you use the stick, you can still leave the room and re-enter, and then you can do the puzzle again, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Jennifer is gonna... Yeah, so this is actually kind of a fun room. There's a lot of stuff you can pick up here. There's like 3 key items in this small room.
And okay.
So one of which we're gonna pick up about right now, I think, which is the... Hold on. Yeah, oh sorry,
Hold on.
yeah, hold on. Yeah, so she's still searching over there. So the first item we're gonna pick up is this, which is the pesticide. So yeah, she takes the pesticide.
Oh, for the bugs, insects in the
Yeah,
freezer.
so you already put it together. That's where we use it, essentially. Now, this is kind of annoying. You notice I'm clicking on the box here, and Jennifer's like, And basically, you first have to click here, and she will try to climb over it, but she notices, like, oh, it doesn't work. And now I can push the box. It's a kind of something that tripped me up in later playthroughs. I didn't understand why I couldn't push the box, essentially.
You have to do things in the right order.
Yeah, you have to do it in the right order, essentially, yeah. So we're gonna climb over this, and here's another key item we're gonna pick up soon. Which is also kind of important for the final area of the game. Which is there are clothes in there, which is the... Yeah, so she kind of wonders what the hell this is. And it's the black robe. So that will come in useful later, essentially, in the final...
black robe.
Yeah, and there's the third item we're gonna pick up is, you notice that there's like a little bit of... It's kind of hard to make out what it is, but it's a rope.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Your cursor is on it right now.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna pick that up. The rope is kind of a useless item, though. I'm not sure why it's even in the game, but alright. Game. You go, game.
It's for hanging ourselves.
Yeah, for if things go sour, I guess, yeah. Yeah, there are some few items that I would consider very useless, actually. I don't understand their purpose, really. Well, I understand their use, but I don't understand what the game designers were thinking, essentially, with that key item. So now we can enter the west building soon. So I'm running towards there. Yeah, I'm first gonna try this door, but then I realized, oh no, it's not this door. I'm like, oh goddammit, I got tricked again. Oh yeah, since we've seen a second friend die, we can now do the other ending with the car. You know, the other variation of it.
Oh yeah.
So I think I'm going to do that right now. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I think I'm heading there, I think. Or either that, or we're going to the west building, which is also on the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, in this video, you will all see it, essentially. I will show that one also. Yeah, and to speak about the endings a little bit, is that most of the endings are kind of boring and a bit lame. They're essentially, you die and then the credits roll.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is kind of lame, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the escape via the car endings are far more interesting.
And we're gonna do that now.
I think, yeah.
Will she finally check the back seat before driving out of the murder house?
Well, you'll see, actually. It's kind of interesting. It's an interesting difference. So I'm actually trying to find the kitchen area, but I'm kind of lost a little bit. But I'm soon going to be wiser and remember where it was. So here I'm going to the I'm like, where is it again? Yeah, I think I'm going to the bedroom again. I think. And this room. Okay, now I realize like, oh, whoops, I'm in the wrong area essentially. Yeah. So to speak also about Scissor Man, there are two ways you can enter a chase scene with him essentially. One is to examine an area where he's hiding essentially. So you trigger him essentially. Or there's also an in-game timer. If that reaches 0, he also appears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, so this is actually the timer going off. So he's after us now.
Oh, I see. Run, Jennifer, run!
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to the west building actually now. So this is a new area we haven't really. Oh, sorry. Later actually. So this is kind of interesting. Hold on. She actually trips here, which is very old movie style. Like, oh no, the main character is tripping or something. Yeah, that happens sometimes, I think. So it allows Scissor Man to catch up with us. So yeah, there he is. He caught up with us really quickly.
Oh no!
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'm going to a certain area that's kind of funny, the evasion point actually. Hold on. Yeah, it's here in.
Wouldn't it be awkward for Scissor Man to run through narrow hallways with that?
Yeah, if he opens it really wide.
With the hedge scissors.
Yeah, exactly. Like I do wonder about that sometimes. So this is kind of a weird one. He could clearly look into the first row of bookcase, but he still decides to go there. He's like, oh, she probably is here, and then Jennifer just does this. And he's like, wait, Jennifer, I'm stuck. I need to kill you.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to me, actually. So I'm gonna re-enter it, and he will be gone, essentially.
He disappeared from embarrassment.
Yeah, exactly. He teleported out of here. So to the far left, you notice there's like a hole there, like a horizontal hole. And oh yeah, she also mentions here a maternity magazine.
Oh.
Yeah. And to the hole to the left here is an item. She describes it as something shiny in there. I've seen a lot of people getting tripped up over this. They don't understand how they cannot get the item. You need a lantern for it. And this is also, even if you get it, it's one of those useless items I find. So it's not really worth getting.
The key item is useless.
Yeah, the key item is kind of useless, yeah. Now we also got a hint here that it kind of mentions that they hid a statue among statues.
A statue among statues.
Yes. So that's the hint. So we now know that there's a statue near a statue that's important. So I'm going to saving the game here. So yeah.
Too bad we can't do that in real life in dangerous situations. I'll save my game.
Yeah, and I'll load it when I die. Exactly like. So another thing I kind of don't like about this game is the lack of files, like readable files, like say Resident Evil, for example.
The external information.
Yeah, external information, yeah. There's one exception that we're gonna see later, but that's the only one they really put any effort into, like giving information essentially.
It is nice to have files to flesh out the story more.
Yeah, exactly.
Like with the other characters.
Yeah, exactly. I do think that's a bit of a shame. The sequels also suffer from this. They don't have files essentially.
There's a reason I'm calling Laura. Oh yeah, the blonde girl.
Yeah, because we didn't really, as a player, really know her. Yeah, so now I'm heading to the car to activate the other ending.
Will she get away this time?
Yeah. I also edited out the credits this time, so we don't have to watch through that.
Nice.
So now I'm also gonna, while I'm on the way onto the car, I'm gonna use a pesticide. So, and as you're about to see, there's a bunch of, she sprayed the pesticide, there's a bunch of insects here.
Oh, I like this image.
Yeah, and she kills them. And there's a key in here, which is the gold key, I think? Yeah, the gold key.
A weird place to store keys, by the way.
Yeah, it's probably the weirdest location for a key, I think. Now, you also notice there's like a pan there, like a
Yeah.
skillet. You cannot use that as a way to defend yourself, strangely enough. Which I do think is a bit of a shame.
Mm. It would be funny to clock Scissorman on the head with that.
Yeah, exactly. Though, that being said, there is a shovel in the garage that you can use to clobber him. And it's quite glorious, actually. Like I said, Jennifer can be kind of badass if she wants to be.
In short bursts.
In short bursts, exactly. So now we're gonna redo the, escape via the car ending. So we've seen both Laura and Anne die. So now we get the other variation. Lot is still alive. As far as we know.
For now.
Yeah, for now, yeah. So yeah, there's the shovel bit there that you can use to smack Scissorman behind the head with or something. So once again, we're gonna need to use the... Yeah, so the funny thing is I forgot to use the key item, the car key. So it's like, oh, a car key isn't inserted. So I kind of was like, oh, damn it. I wasted time. But once again, you have to do it 3 times. Because she's still reluctant because of Lot.
She only cares about Lot.
Yeah, that's maybe the implication here. It's like, oh. So, an interesting thing about this game is, if you see 3 friends die, so this includes Lot, the car will be gone.
Oh.
So you will not be able to get these endings anymore.
Who drives away with the car?
I don't know, I'm not sure what the implication of that is actually, why the car is gone, essentially, yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of like that in this game. That's certain, yeah. I'm not gonna try not to spoil it, but certain things disappear from the game if you do certain stuff. So yeah, once again, she's gonna escape. And she's gonna drive like a badass through the garage door again. So yeah, just pretend that there's a credit scene here. And then, yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. Yeah, so that's the G ending, I think? So that's the other variation, essentially.
So she got away,
Yeah.
but somehow Scissorman followed her to the orphanage
Yeah.
and killed her.
Yeah, I think that's the explanation they're trying to give. I actually, when I first played through this game, I actually thought she killed herself because she couldn't bear leaving her friends behind, maybe. But I'm not sure if that's the case, actually.
It's open-ended.
Yeah, it's kind of vague. Yeah, that's another thing I don't really like about this game, kind of, is that a lot of the story points are kind of vague a lot of times. Once again, a problem with having no files, essentially.
What killed Jennifer?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know.
Oh, yeah, so you saw a brief glimpse of that. There's also a rewind version. You can turn down the clock, or turn back the clock, essentially. I don't use it very often, but you can use it in this game, in this version specifically. So I'm going to save the game again, I think. Any second now. I think I forgot to edit. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, I was kind of having some technical issues here, I think, because my cursor sometimes appears on the screen there. Yeah.
That is the real horror.
Yeah.
Technical issues.
Technical issues, but it doesn't take too long. So yeah, she's sitting her ass down, so she's resting.
Weird resting pose.
Yeah, it's like on her knees, I think, which is kind of uncomfortable, I find. So yeah, I'm not sure why she can rest like that. I suppose it is a bit more elegant than sitting on your ass. Literally, like...
Easier to animate, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh Lord, please save me.
Yeah.
Amen.
So, this is kind of an interesting room. It's kind of upsetting.
Mannequins!
Yeah. I'm not sure what the purpose is of this room. I'm kind of curious about that. I guess just to be creepy, I guess.
So, there's nothing else here.
No, there's nothing. Oh yeah, also notice that the doll is laughing.
Oh.
To the left. And also we're gonna check out this doll. And Scissorman also behind it. Yeah. I'm awesome at things.
He's a really sassy serial killer.
Yeah.
Instead of just going for the kill, it's like, hey Jennifer, I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, once again, the interesting thing is he's a child, so he's very childish, I guess. Like maybe it's like he likes to play with her, essentially. Yeah. So people might have noticed that I've been keeping I keep calling him Scissor Man, essentially, right? And it's kind of interesting because he's a child. He's not a man. And the reason why he's called Scissor Man is more explained in the direct sequel, where the implication is that people didn't believe Jennifer when she told them oh yeah, there was a child murderer, essentially. And I do like that implication, actually. So I do kind of like this evasion point right here. Like, we jump and she trips, and then Scissor Man is gonna jump and he's gonna... Damn it!
he did not make it.
Yeah, exactly, he did not make it. I do think it's a very funny evasion point to me.
That's funny.
Yeah, that worked in our favor completely by accident, you know. And you notice that there are statues here. So if you recall the earlier hint. And also there's
a statue near a statue,
Yeah.
yeah.
And also there's also a very obviously a secret room that they try to hide.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is the statue that's near a statue. This one.
That's creepy.
Yeah. So fun fact, in the direct sequel of this game, it makes a reappearance as an important key item once again.
Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool thing that they reuse it essentially in the direct sequel. There is a direct sequel, by the way, in case you didn't know that, viewers.
Yeah, Clock Tower 2, or just Clock Tower in certain regions.
Yeah. In the West, in America and in Europe, it's called just Clock Tower, but in Japan, it's called Clock Tower 2. So yeah,
New room.
Yeah, we enter this room and you notice. Hold on. Yeah, the box is moving, and it's a cat.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Sometimes that's Scissor Man that comes out of there.
So we got lucky.
We got lucky, yeah. So it's just a cat.
We got a black cat.
I do feel like that cat is very huge for some reason.
Compared to Jennifer, yeah, it's almost half her size.
Yeah. Though, once again, to mention it, Jennifer's only 14 in this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it is a reasonable size, but in the game, the cat does look a bit big. Yeah, so we're gonna pull this thing here, because she notices that there is like a fresh paint over this wall.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna check that set wall. Hold on. Yeah, and she's gonna very slowly make her way over there. It looks like it's been repainted, yeah. And basically what we're supposed to do now is take that rod over there, that iron rod, and smack the hell out of it.
Yeah, smack the hell out of the wall.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. Which we're gonna do in a second. In a hot second, yeah.
We don't smack Scissor Man with it. Just the wall.
Yeah, just the wall. And yeah, Jennifer is a real go-getter here. Like, yeah. Take that wall.
Wow, in one swing.
Yeah, she's hella strong.
She must have some crazy upper body strength.
Yeah, she's extremely strong, I find. Or the wall was really weak, potentially.
Aren't there like animations where she just pushes Scissor Man off her?
Yeah, exactly. So this is kind of a weird room. So, yeah. It's really stuffy in here, she mentions. And there's also marks on the wall here that indicate days, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So someone has been trapped down here.
There's a dead body in the corner.
Yeah, and it's also it seems to be a doctor. And the patients are 2 newborn babies on the medical chart over there. And this is kind of an interesting reveal. It's about Mary, Miss Mary. Her last name is Barrows.
I knew we couldn't trust her.
Yeah, so that's kind of, yeah. So,
Mary Barrows.
So Jennifer puts 2 and 2 together and it's like, oh, wait a minute. So yeah, now we're gonna check this black leather bag. The name is embroidered on the inside, which is...
That's the same last name as Jennifer.
Yeah, and I kind of mentioned them earlier. And we're gonna check who's presumably our dad. So she also mentions that there. And this is the only time where you kind of get a file, essentially. the only time. It's kind of a story dump a little bit.
Oh, father, here is where you were.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, the image. We're just holding our skeleton of a dad,
Yeah.
essentially. So yeah, these are his notes. Yeah. So he's been locked away in here.
For 3 days.
Yeah. And he will not last longer. And he's kind of... So he... So yeah, he talks about the twins who will bring calamity to the world. Yeah, so it's explained that he was the one who brought the baby of Miss Mary, the babies, to the world. And he calls them demonic because they bit his right hand off.
My right hand was bitten off as they exited their mother's womb.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really weird.
And he also mentioned that their bodies haven't fully developed, so they're probably not gonna live for very long. Which is kind of interesting, because they're referring to Scissorman.
Yeah, he's clearly still alive.
Yeah, and he also mentions the cradle under the stars, which is a kind of an important clue. And his last words are Jennifer.
That's where they sleep, deeply.
Yeah, so very creepy. So yeah, it's really sad actually. So, finding this room and searching our dad's body has kind of given us a check mark. That's important for a good ending, essentially. Which is, Jennifer is now suspicious of Miss Mary, essentially.
I was already suspicious of
Yeah,
her.
but Jennifer wasn't.
But now Jennifer is
Yeah,
too.
Jennifer is on the know now that Miss Mary is bad news, potentially. So she's a lot more wary around her.
And she finally found her father again.
Yeah, dead, but at least she found him.
In depressing circumstances.
Yeah, very depressing circumstances. So I think the video is going to end soon. Yeah, and so what do you think so far?
Well, Anne died.
Yeah, and that's something
a
eventful.
pretty gruesome death.
Yeah. I'm also gonna later show a bonus video where we can see alternative death scenes for the friends, by the way.
Oh, cool. I love death scenes.
Exactly, they're quite cool actually. So yeah, I think this is where we sign off.
This is where we sign off.
Yeah, have a nice day everyone, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye.